Buongiorno! Welcome to episode 18 of Regen Rovers. Thank you so much for the support so far. It really does mean a lot. I'm just going to get a bit soppy now, I'm afraid. But this is quite clearly the most love anyone has shown for a series of mine. I've had lots of love for experiments and that sort of thing in the past, mini-series. But a proper full-on series, I think this is the most love I've received. Jumps to Champions, the original Chelmsford City one on FM15, lots of love for that. But this one it's gone to the next level, I'll be honest. It has been magnificent. So it really does mean a lot. Thank you for everyone that continues to hit the like button on every video. Get involved in the comments section. Get involved on Twitter as well. It is brilliant stuff from you. Subscriber-wise, flying up as well. We've hit 25,000 subscribers, which is just unbelievable, really. So thank you for that. And it seems to be continuing. And this series I'm planning it for it to be, you know, a long series to keep going. I am really enjoying this so much. I really am. Anyway, today's video is something a bit different once again because we're going to be doing a kit launch for the third season and also introducing a new logo, which will be replacing the current one. I don't think there's any way of replacing kits and logos in the game because I'm using the Creator Club mode and that has not been facilitated on this game. I did ask on the Sports Interactive forums whether I could put custom graphics into my game, so to replace the Regen Rovers graphics, but it's not possible on Creator Club, which is a little bit frustrating. But for all the other graphics like thumbnails, Twitter, introductions to videos, that sort of thing, you will see the new kits and the new logo. So that sort of makes up for it, because we never really show the logo that much in the game anyway. Of course, the kits will be the same in the actual 3D match engine. I can't change that because I decided to disable the editor, the in-game editor for this save, because I've explained previously, but I just don't want anyone to question the authenticity of this save. I want this to be a proper full-on save where there's nothing going on that is unnecessary. So without further ado, this is the logo that was decided by you guys on Twitter. So if you're not on Twitter, please head over onto Twitter at Regen Rovers so you can get involved on polls and that sort of thing in the future. Maybe the logo will change quite often. The kits will be changing every season. You're welcome to send me kits throughout this third season ahead of the fourth season if you wish. There's already a few that will be getting involved in season 4. Anyway, this is the logo. There we go. Lovely snake logo, which is obviously to do with Sylvester the Snake. So Sylvester the Snake, the mascot of the series, is on the badge. Brilliant stuff. He's not quite as plastic looking, but this is really good. I will put all the links to the people that made the graphics in the description below. Not everyone has Twitter or anything. This one was actually made on FM Base of all places, so I will link you to that if I can remember where it is. I'm sure I can. So this will be the logo for the foreseeable future. You can see the RR, the Younglings 2017, because that's the game that we're playing on, of course. And the green theme with a bit of black as well. Brilliant stuff. I love it. It's great. It's better than the pathetic thing I made anyway. So maybe we can just sort of stick it over here and pretend it's on the game. There we go. Look, I've done it myself. I don't need to put it into the game when I can just pretend this way. Right then, this is the home kit for our third season of Regen Rovers. It is stunning. It was the clear winner, the most clear winner from the 3 polls that I did for home, away and third kits. This was actually made at the end of the first season because it's commemorating Dr. Jones's last gasp winner that kept the series alive. You can't see on this picture, but at the back of, what's that called, the neckline, on the back it's got Dr. Jones and 91.59 representing the time that he scored the famous goal. It's sexy, isn't it? I love this. I know some of you probably thought green with dark green colour when I picked the initial kits at the start. You probably thought it's a bit grotesque, but this is beautiful. This is and the Golden FM. We've got Nike creating the kits for the home. I mean, we've got different manufacturers for every kit. Doesn't make much sense, but we're Regen Rovers, so it does make sense. So thank you to @TomClumper for making this. Everything, like I said, will be linked in the description below, so you can go and speak to them. If they do have Twitter, you can go and speak to them, or follow them if you like. This is the away kit, designed by Tekog Steve once again. He's the one that designed the kits for the first 2 seasons, in fact. Only the away kit was designed by him this season, but I'm sure he'll be back with some other kits in the foreseeable future. But yes, he's designed the away kit. Jack Young's Plumbing is the sponsor this year, and Tekog Steve is the kit manufacturer. And you may have noticed on the home kit and the away kit, I've stuck the new logo over the top. Everyone was putting the old logo on these designs, but I've just stuck the new logo on top of that. Jack Young, I have said on Twitter, just a bit of fun, I said he was a plumber. He set up his own plumbing firm with his dad, Jack Young Senior. There we go. I've just made that up as we go along. That's what I do. I like this kit. It's really nice, and obviously it's got an amusing factor to it as well. Now, the poll for the third kit was just too close to call. They both had about 20 votes each when I ended the poll. So I've decided to have 2 third kits. We've got a third and a fourth kit. We're not ripping off the fans, don't worry. What I'm going to do is, if you buy a home or an away kit, you get a free third kit of your choice. We're not ripping off the fans here like a lot of clubs do. I really do wish I could make some of these beautiful things, because especially the home kit, that would be marvellous, wouldn't it? And I know there's some of you that would actually buy a Regen Rovers shirt, so maybe I'll look into it at some point, maybe trying to design some kits. I just don't think they would be as beautiful as they are graphically here, because if every single Premier League club was to use fan-made shirt designs, they'd be stunning, wouldn't they? Thinking about it, so I don't know why they don't really, but these are good as well. Nice third kits. I especially like the one on the right because it does differentiate more from the home and away kit. The one on the left is similar colours to the away kit, so I don't know when you would actually use the third kit. Of course, it is in keeping with our third kit on the game, which is black. But the one on the right it's different colours to the Regen Rovers. It's white and black, but the third kit's always something a bit different, isn't it? I did have someone send in a red kit as a third option, which was quite nice. So you don't always have to stick to the green and black colours. For the home kit, generally stick to the light green and dark green stripes, because that's what the club is. But the away kit, there's a little bit more variation, and then the third kit, do whatever the hell you want really. Okay then, so it's been a busy summer so far. As you can see, it's the 22nd of July 2018, and we've played half of our fixtures in pre-season. I've decided to schedule a lot of fixtures because last year we struggled with the fitness. The players are part-time, remember, so they're not full-time training to get match fit ahead of the new season. So I think it's important to play lots of games. Started off with games against the youth teams. We beat the under-18s 4-1. Gareth Pointing, who I did point out in the last episode, did actually get a goal against us, but Jack Young and a few new players scored goals. We need to introduce the new players in a minute. We then beat the under-23s 3-2 and beat Canvey Island 2-1, but coming up against bigger opposition, 5-0 thrashing against Hamilton. That was not a happy day for the club, and a 4-2 defeat against Yeovil. Dan Ormsby did score 2 goals though. So today we're taking on Aston Villa. Expect a thrashing. You never know though. We're playing at our new stadium, Broadfield Stadium, which is Crawley Stadium. If those of you that missed the last episode, the club are building a new ground. They're knocking down Regenerated Road and they're building Regen Rovers Stadium. I think that's what it's called. It's pretty basic, I know. So for the next 2 years we're playing at Crawley Stadium, so we're going to have a bigger attendance possibly. Last year, Aston Villa, we've played them every year in friendlies. It's quite strange actually. But we managed to get a full house against Aston Villa. So if we can fill out Broadfield Stadium, that would be very impressive. And we've still got Bradford, Huddersfield, Billingshurst, great name, Leeds United and South Park. That's a cracking name as well. So lots of games to play in pre-season before we take on East Thurrock in our first match of the season. That will be episode 19. Moving on to transfers then. We've done a lot. We've released a lot of players. Haven't signed a huge number yet, but there probably will be more additions. But you can see here I've released a lot of young players in particular. Lee Hook has gone. He wanted first team football and I couldn't give it to him. I'm not playing fullbacks at the moment, remember. I have to stick with this attacking tactic because it is working. I know we can get thrashed every now and then, but we do pick up a lot more wins with it. And looking at him, he's average at everything really, isn't he? Which is pretty good at this level, but I couldn't give him the first team football he wanted, so I had to let him go. And most notably, DJ has gone. He has left the club. His contract ran out at the end of the season, and he wanted £1,000 appearance fee to stay. That is crazy. I cannot afford that sort of money. It bankrupt us. So he had to go. And then when he left, I did actually try and offer him a new contract, but he doesn't want to talk to me at the moment. He did want to talk to me, but he wanted £650 a week. That's pretty much a full-time... Well, that is a full-time wage, isn't it? He can't be given that. That's just ridiculous. So he's gone. He's probably not going to find a club because no one else is going to come in for him. Isaac Aqua, of course, did go to Galway in Ireland. He's the only player that has currently gone to a team. Everyone else has just gone. Now, coming into the team, first of all, Matt Roberts from Dartford on a free. Now, I'm going to nickname him immediately. We haven't had a nickname player for ages, and it has to be just 2 letters. Mr. Matt Roberts. Mr. That's what his initials represent. So there we go. I'm original with these nicknames, aren't I? So Mr. he's a left winger. He can play left midfield or right wing as well. He's got a bit of pace about him. 11 on pace, 14 on acceleration, 10 of crossing. That is not bad at all at this level. And flair of 16. He could maybe produce something from nothing. Once again, a player with a relatively high aggression stat. I don't know why it's so high on FM17, but Regens just seem to have ridiculous aggression. Work rate and teamwork are all right, actually. Once again, another attribute that's particularly high on this game. And his free kick taking him 9. He's not going to be taking free kicks over Woodland, but it's not too bad, I suppose. Next up is a player that I targeted simply because of his heading ability. You may remember me saying in episode 17, I wanted to get an out-and-out target man. Now, I did find someone that was slightly better than Paul Latham. I'll say it quietly. Slightly better than Paul Latham. Don't want him hearing, you see. He's just in the room next door. He's an electrician, you see, so he's just fixing something for me, I think. But yeah, the other guy was from a foreign country. Now, I emphasise foreign simply because we basically cannot sign players outside of England, Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland, I think, at the moment. For the simple reason, if I offer them a contract, they will not want to come to this country on a part-time contract. They'd need a full-time contract. They need a full-time job to come here. I found a guy in Gibraltar, I found a guy in Fiji, I found a guy in the Faroe Islands that I really loved the look of. They were fantastic players. They'd have probably been better than any of my players. They would have come, I think, if they were English. But I was looking in the youth teams of teams abroad. That was my thinking, but then I realised I wouldn't be able to sign anyone from abroad. So we basically have to wait till we become a professional club to actually sign anyone from abroad, I think. And I thought it would be okay from Gibraltar because it is part of the United Kingdom, or Great Britain, one or the other. So I thought that would be okay, but he can't come basically. So there's a few players that I were looking at abroad, but they're not able to play for Regen Rovers. So I signed this guy instead on a free. 13 heading, 12 jumping reach. That could be crucial. He's got flair of 15 as well, leadership of 14, aggression of 14, of course. Finishing of 6, composure of 5 and off the ball of 4. Pretty awful for a striker. But that's not his job. His job is to head the ball down for Jack Young, to slam it into the back of the net. That's my thinking. Anyway, enough talk of Paul Latham. We're moving on to Oliver Sparks. He was at the club last year on loan from Swindon. They released him. His contract ran out. Initially, when I offered a contract whilst he was still at Swindon, he wanted a £1,000 appearance fee. But when he'd lost his job at Swindon, he agreed to a £190 appearance fee. So he's on a non-contract, and he's only earning £190 when he plays. So the contrast, he's gone from wanting £1,000 to being happy with 190. I guess he's a trier. Now this guy I'm very excited about, Bradley Berry. I do love an alliterative name, but it's not just his name that I love. It's his dribbling ability of 14, his flair of 13, determination 16. But dribbling of 14, we don't have any players like that. Jack Young up front has 4 on dribbling. So this guy can play up front and dribble round players at will. He's got brilliant first touch as well for this level. I've not really seen anyone with more than that, I don't think. Finishing 10 is decent as well. Composure 7 off the ball 8, that's alright. Not the paciest guy in the world, I hasten to add, but I just feel it's something different added to our attack line, and he has scored 2 goals in the friendlies so far, so it's a good start. So this is the club as it stands heading into this game against Aston Villa. I am looking for other players. I don't know if the coaching team's changed at all, but this is the current coaching team. Did take a wage cut hit or whatever, earning £350 a week to save the finances of the club. The finances are okay. We're now in debt a lot, 1.3 million in debt because of the stadium. We've got a loan to pay for the new stadium to be built in 2 years, and we'll have to start paying that debt back. But the chairman has finally decided to put some money into the club. In total, he's put like 170 grand into the club in the last couple months. So the finances are okay. I still feel that they will continue to go down, despite the fact I'm hardly spending any of my wage budget. I've got so much available still. I don't know why I've been given such a high one if the finances are a bit screwed and the club finances basically don't work. But it doesn't matter if the chairman is willing to put some money in every now and then, and that's what he's done. He's come good finally. I don't think he will let me do anything else. Like if I asked to... there's nothing I can really ask for at the moment. I want to ask for better training and youth facilities. That is imperative, but they keep rejecting that. I've asked to be a professional club, but he doesn't want me to do... We can't do that at the moment. So at the moment we're stuck the way we are. But that's fine, it's fine. So we're taking on Aston Villa at the Broadfield Stadium. This is the team I'm going with. We've got Grant Waugh in goal. A lot of you make fun of Grant Waugh, but I must say his average rating is not as bad as you think. It's pretty good for a goalkeeper. Now, it mainly is the game that is screwing him over a lot of the time with his funny looking mistakes, because he has actually put in some very good saves behind the scenes. You don't often see them. A couple of saves he has produced have literally been world class, and I've been astounded by them. But other times, he's as much use as a piece of sandpaper in a desert. So, yeah, but I think that's the game's fault. Let's go with this. Maybe a piece of sandpaper would be useful in a desert. Who knows? Maybe a coconut. You could just sort of sandpaper it away until you get to the succulent part. So I kind of feel a little bit bad for removing Poole Town from the game when I created Regen Rovers. I like Poole as a place, so today's special Poole's Big Day Out, which has no relevance to Aston Villa, Birmingham, Reigate, where Regen Rovers are from, or anything, is going to be Poole, which sounds very similar to my name, Paul. Poole. I had a teacher in year 7 that pronounced my name Powell, which was quite funny. It has no relevance to Pool or Paul or whatever, but there we go. I do like to go off on a tangent sometimes, don't I? What are we going to do then against the strength of Aston Villa? Jordan Ayew, Grealish, Westwood. I still don't really understand what Ashley Westwood does as a player, but there we go. Nathan Baker and James Chester at the back. Bakuna Matata in defence. What are we going to do? But it brings in the money, this match. Hopefully we've got a full stadium. We've managed to get to the 20th minute mark without conceding. We will concede now. Can almost guarantee it. But that's some achievement in itself. It's a penalty, in fact. Leon Thompson, of all people, giving away the penalty. You may have noticed I'm playing on counter-attack. I've got the original Attack of the Regens, but I've adapted it slightly when we're coming up against strong opposition with defensive wingers, and we go to counter as they score. That was impressive from Grant Waugh. Did you see him? He just went along the line. He did like some side moonwalking. Look at that. Oh, it's completely different there. The original graphic, he just slid across. Jack Young has decided to take a throw in for some reason, and here go Aston Villa again, looking for a second goal, and it's knocked in, and it is too. It's Jordan Ayew with the goal. So you can see here, I've put it on counter. and defensive wingers, but it isn't actually working today. We're losing 2-0. It's to be expected, really, isn't it? But let me know in the comment section below, where do you think I will be finishing next season in the league? I'm hoping once again to improve upon last season, which was a 15th place finish, of course. It's going to be incredibly tough, but I think with this tactic, it doesn't look like it today, but with this tactic we have something there that can enable us to win more games than we were managing at the start of last season. When I switched to this tactic about 2/3 of the way through, we really were a lot better, as Jordan Ayew somehow misses that opportunity there to make it 3-0. They've had 19 shots to our 5. Maybe I should just go for it in the second half and go for the proper attacking one, but that would be suicide. I lost 5-0 against Hamilton doing that, so I'm going to lose more against Aston Villa if I do that, I think. I'm going to bring Leon Thompson off though for Sam Palmer, who has been promoted from... When did I sign him? I think I signed him in January, didn't I? Yeah, I did, because I didn't really like the look of him, but I'm giving him a chance in the first team to see how he does. I need to make some changes at half-time. We'll bring a look on Leon. I'm desperately looking for another defender, because we've only got four centre-backs. I've promoted Andy Murray, given up tennis to play for Regen Rovers. He's also changed his ethnicity at the same time, but he's moved into the first team. We'll see how he gets on. He's not on the bench today though. Leon Woodland is going to come out for... I'm going to put Mills back there, and I'm going to throw Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, Jones calling. Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, where are you? I don't think that's the lyric. I always get the lyrics. Well, I should really learn the lyrics. Latham's going to come off for Bradley Berry, BB. He's going to move to the left-hand striking position. Young is going to play as the target man. Sorry if I sound a bit bunged up. I think I'm getting a cold. It's a bit annoying, but I'm still capable of creating videos. It's not affecting my well-being at all. I just get on with it. Oliver Sparks is going to come on for Mr. And... That was a Skype noise. Yep. But that was me making the Skype noise. It wasn't actual Skype. I think you probably could tell. Let's go with this. Let's go for it. Let's start the second half. I'm a little bit energetic today. I just consumed a frangipane. I do like a good frangipane, and it's probably given me a little bit of energy. Feeling quite random. What's going to happen here? Oh, War picks the ball. I thought that was... Oh, what the bloody hell was that? What happened? Okay, War picks it up. Let's see. Dear me. I can't believe that. Oh, War. What was that? I was positively talking about you before the game. I'm going to bring on Matt Campbell, who is one of our reserve goalkeepers. He's pretty decent, actually. 13 on handling, 14 on rushing out. There's a few ones in there, but it's 1 on eccentricity, which doesn't matter too much. And penalty taking and passing. Owusu is currently injured, which is why he's not playing. Let's make another change. I'm going to bring on Dan Ormsby for Jack Young. It's all about giving the players fitness. It doesn't matter about the results. I've put some easy teams into our pre-season schedule just so we can get some goals and build up the confidence of the players. But also some big teams to bring in some money to the club and just get used to playing some strong teams, I suppose. It could be a lot worse today. It's only 3-0. Here go Aston Villa. Once again, it's going to be 4. What was... the goalkeeping. I despair. I'm so tempted to just play on 2D so I don't have to put up with the goalkeeping. I'm going to shut up now. I'm not sure what I'm talking about. Ross McCormack and Campbell flops it into the back of the net. But it does look like a relatively full stadium, if not a full stadium maybe. I don't know. There's quite a few people wearing black kits. So the away kit or just navy top. Why is everyone wearing navy? Unless that's meant to be the black third kit. I don't know. But we've lost 4-0. It's not the end of the world. We didn't actually have any opportunities, I don't think. But I'll say the crap, that didn't work. Never mind. I'll have to do a different team talk next time to build up the confidence. Grant was injured. No, that might be a good thing. But Owusu's also injured, and now we're gonna have to put on Matt Campbell. Oh no, Owusu's back very soon, but War's damaged his shoulder. And a few more players have left the club. And I've had a bid rejected. I'm trying to put loan bids in for top players, of course. I spend so much time looking at players, I really do, because I'm basically scouting myself. I just go through all the clubs in England and Scotland and Wales and look for the best possible regens, and then if I can't sign them, I go down to the next best. This is on loan, of course, or trying to sign them for £0. And that's what I'm doing, but it's a real struggle. It's very time consuming, but if I can bring in some excellent players, then it's well worth it, I suppose, in the end. I think Mister could be pretty decent for us, and I particularly like our strikers Bradley Berry and Latham. What do you think? Do you think these would be good players? Who do you think will be our best player next season? Probably Jack Young again. But yeah, in the comment section below, please let me know where you think we will finish next season. Secondly, please hit that like button, it'd be much appreciated. Thirdly, go and buy the kits. Metaphorically, buy the kits. You know, tweet me on Twitter and say, just bought the kit, here's a picture of you in the kit, just stick this kit over. Yeah, be creative if you fancy it, and you might make Fan Corner. Go to Pool Town, Pool, I don't think it's not actually called Pool Town, it's called Pool. It's near Bournemouth. It's part of Bournemouth, basically. It's a lovely place. There's sandbanks there where Harry Redknapp lives, and very rich people. It's almost a bit too nice, really. So the next episode will be episode 19. It will be the start of the season when we take on East Thurrock United. I swear I've shown East Thurrock games about 700 times now. Just seems to be that way for whatever reason. I'm going to go and lie down and calm down. I will see you in the next episode.